Hey there, O'Grady here. Today, I'm diving into a topic that's got just about everyone in the 50 plus crowd talking and honestly, losing a little sleep at night. According to a new study, almost 2/3 of Americans, I would say that's what, 66% or so? Well, 2/3, 66% say they're more afraid of running out of money in retirement than they are of dying. Yes, you heard that right. Running out of cash is scarier than the Grim Reaper himself. What happened to public speaking? I thought that was always number one all these years. Well, maybe when you're retired, you don't care anymore. So why is running out of money so terrifying? Well, let's break it down. Well, because you do want to eat, and that costs money, so you don't want to run out of money. The Allianz 2025 annual retirement study found that 64%, okay, so I was off, 64% of Americans worry more about outliving their money than about death. And if you're a boomer, over 60, 61% of your peers share that same fear. Gen Xers, well, they're in their 40s and 50s. Well, they're even more worried, with a whopping 70% saying this keeps them up at night. Wow, I could think of something I'd rather do that would keep me up at night than worry about this. But okay, so what's fueling this anxiety? Well, here are the top culprits. High inflation. 54% of respondents pointed to inflation eating away at their savings. For boomers, that number jumps to 61%. No surprise if you've been to the grocery store lately. And concerns about Social Security? Well, 43% are worried about Social Security not providing enough support. Hey, if you're planning to rely on it, you're not alone in your concern. All right, here's one. Nobody really likes to pay the tax man. High taxes. Another 43% said taxes are making it harder to stretch their nest egg. And here's the kicker. Even with all these worries, only about 23% of Americans have actually talked to a financial professional about their fear of running out of money. That's down from 28% last year. Yeah, we all like to lone wolf it, right? I don't need any help. So most people are worried, but not many are asking for any help. Or how about just a second opinion? So how does this hit home for the 50 and over crowd? Well, if you're in your 50s or 60s, you're either in the home stretch to retirement or you've already crossed the finish line. Here's how this fear can impact your personal finances. You might save less than you want. 62% of folks say they're not saving as much for retirement as they'd like. Why is that? Because day-to-day expenses, credit card debt, and housing costs are eating up their income. In fact, 63% say necessities come first. 40% are dealing with credit card debt. Wow, 40%. And 35% are still paying off their mortgage or paying rent. You could delay retirement. With worries about not having enough, many are choosing to work longer. Not a bad idea. 39% said that's their plan. You may cut back on your lifestyle, but nobody really likes that, but it's an option. Reducing spending now to save more later is a strategy for 41% of respondents, but that can mean sacrificing things you enjoy. So, what can you do about it? Well, here's 3 steps or actions you could take. Let's get practical about it. You could ease that fear if you do so and feel like you're back in control. Talk to a financial professional. Yeah, seriously. I know that's what I do, but I'm not the only guy out there. There's plenty of men and women who would be more than willing and happy to talk to you, at least give you a second opinion. If only 23% of people are having these conversations, that means 77% are going it alone. See, look, we can do math right in our heads. Don't be in that majority. A financial planner can help you create a strategy that goes beyond just a number in the bank. They'll help you figure out how to turn your savings into an income stream and still have time for pickleball. Tennis. You could revisit your budget and prioritize retirement savings. Take a hard look at your spending. Are there areas where you can cut back? Netflix, maybe subscriptions you don't use, or dining out less. Yeah, you don't have to eat dinner every night out of the house. Even small changes can help you save more for retirement. Yeah, Golden Corral. Take a night off from Golden Corral. Remember, 62% wish they could save more, so you're not alone if you fall in this category. And as we talked about in another video, why not consider working a little longer, or hey, start a side gig, as the kids like to say. If you're worried about your savings lasting, working a few extra years, nothing wrong with that necessarily, or picking up a part-time job can make a big difference. Not only does it give your investments more time to grow, but it also means fewer years you'll need to rely solely on your nest egg. Yeah, you won't be pulling out your investments if you still have income coming in somewhere from something. Plus, hey, a side gig can be fun and keep you engaged. Many retirees say they wish they'd started one sooner. Running out of money is a real fear, apparently, and you're not alone if it feels scarier than the alternative. But remember, you have options. Just start a conversation, make a plan, and take control of your financial future. Yeah, you have agency. It's your life. You are in charge. You can do it. You can do anything. You've worked too hard to let fear steal your peace of mind in retirement. So, tell me, what's your biggest retirement worry? Have you talked to anyone about it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're tackling these challenges. And as always, if you need help, feel like you can reach out. It doesn't have to be me. There's plenty of financial advisors out there. You don't have to face this alone. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next episode.